Well, good morning. How are we all today? Are we feeling good after coffee? Yeah? Looking forward to the rest of the day? Well, first of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you for your time, for taking the time to spend a little bit of time with us today. I'm Wendy Muirhead. I am our Managing Director and Regional Leader here at Ceridian, and we're delighted to be supporting the Talent Summit. It's so great to be in person, especially after the last 2 years we've all went through. Well, who am I? As you all know well, clicker problem. My name is Wendy Muirhead. I spent most of my career actually supporting organizations across the world with transformation, both in HR and in global payroll. And I'm a huge advocate of sharing insight and the value that we all have through sharing those insights. I don't think that any of us have lived quite like the last 2 years, and obviously that's had such a huge impact on our organizations, and even with regards to COVID and the ongoing tragic events that are happening in Ukraine. You know, that's really having an impact on our businesses and how we retain and recruit those top talented people, and what we need to prioritize as an employer. So with this in mind, we actually initiated a global research program at the end of last year called the Ceridian Pulse of Talent. And that was where we asked a whole global remit of employees across the world on a range of topics of what their views were. And it's these findings that I'd like to share with you all today. So, as you all know too well, we've entered a new stage in our race for the best talent. And while pay will likely always be important to candidates and employees, Ceridian's Pulse of Talent report of 22 shows that retention is much more complex. And there's still big opportunities for employers that can't pay the highest salaries to compete with the largest competitors. I want to take this opportunity to share with you some of the key insights of the latest report, and that hopefully will help us as business leaders to recruit and retain the top talent in this ever-challenging time post-COVID. So let's take a look at who our survey respondents were. This survey was truly global, with 6,898 respondents from all around the world. 86% of those surveyed were full-time workers. 13% identified themselves as part-time workers, and a few respondents identified themselves as freelance or gig workers. All respondents worked for organizations with at least 100 employees, and all the workers surveys were over 18 years old. The biggest group, actually, 47%, were in the 35 to 54 age range. As you can see, we have a broad array of perspectives represented through the demographics in this survey. But before we talk about the good news for employers, I think it's really important that we highlight the areas for opportunity. Our Pulse of Talent data showed that 61% of respondents are flight risks, 38% are open to the right opportunity, and 23% are actively looking for a new role. So what do these flight risk employees want that they aren't getting? And surprisingly, better compensation takes a top spot. 41% indicated that they wanted a higher pay, and that's what was driving them to seek new opportunities. But our talent survey findings really showed that the complex set of drivers influence employees' careers decisions. When asked what would cause them to leave their job, even if they were well paid, the top responses were poor leadership, lack of job security, and a lack of flexibility. And only 7% said that nothing would cause them to quit if they were well paid. We've discussed that there's more to retention than pay. Now let's look at 3 opportunities for employers to add value to the employee experience. The data shows that employees are struggling with wellness and mental health issues, and that there's clear opportunities for employers to support them in this area. Perhaps unsurprisingly, 81% of respondents have reported experiencing burnout during the pandemic. but employers may be surprised to learn that many factors causing burnout are in their control. Nearly half of the respondents said that the increased workload contributed to the burnout. 30% cited pressures to meet targets and deadlines, and 28% said that they were burned out simply by just working too many hours. The high rate of burnout ultimately is impacting the employers. When asked how productivity is impacted by burnout, 33% reported that there was less focus, 31% said they were less interested in work, and 21% said they procrastinate more. And when we asked the employees what actions they were taking to address burnout, we see further impacts for employers in the terms of employees taking leave, requesting accommodations, or even leaving the workforce altogether. When it comes to mental health and wellness, our findings show that there is discrepancy between what employees want and what organizations are providing. 41% of employees want mental health days, followed closely by 40% who want more flexibility over their time. 31% want their employers to provide additional health benefits and benefits coverage to address those mental health challenges. But is this what employers are providing? Employees report that their employers most often address mental health and burnout with employee assistance programs, followed by flexibility and manager check-ins. And this is a clear opportunity for employers to re-examine their offerings to better align with what employees want. Our Pulse of Talent survey results revealed a second area of opportunity for employers. This was upskilling and reskilling employees to prepare them for the workforce of the future. For all the pre-pandemic talk about the possibility of automation and artificial intelligence that was going to potentially leave millions of people out of work, 32% of our survey respondents aren't at all concerned about the future of work. Companies should be concerned about how unconcerned their employees are. Who's preparing them for this future? Businesses should also be concerned about this statistic. 80% of respondents believe their employers should have or some responsibility in their skills development. Only 18% of respondents said that they alone were responsible for identifying or acquiring new skills. Even when employees are motivated to own their skills development, there's still obstacles, including not knowing what skills they'll need, a lack of financial resources, and time constraints. Employers can gain a competitive advantage in their talent acquisition and retention efforts by helping employees overcome these challenges. Finally, our 22 Pulse of Talent survey findings reveal how diversity, equity, and inclusion strategies can truly enhance the employee experience and help employers attract and retain the top talent. Our data showed that a lack of DEI, a lack of alignment between the employee and the employer values, which may include DEI and driving some turnover. Consider this. When we asked, why are you currently seeking a new job? 20% said, my organization's values don't align with mine. And when asked what factors would cause you to leave a job, even if you were really well paid, 23% said, the organization's values don't align with mine. So what did our survey results tell us about the state of diversity and belonging in the workplace around the world? More than half the respondents labeled their organizations as very or extremely diverse, and 68% said that organizations were good or excellent at fostering a culture of belonging. Our findings also showed that there was room for improvement when it comes to DEI strategies. Just under half of our respondents reported their employer had formed a DEI strategy. Of those, 23% said the results were reflected in the company's culture, and only 14% labeled their employer as a leader in DEI. This data may indicate that initiatives are occurring behind the scenes but aren't impacting on the employee's experience, which is a huge opportunity for employers. So where does that leave us now? Well, work life has fundamentally changed. Trends that seemed so far off in the distance a year or so ago, we've went through a decade's worth of change in the last 18 months, and we're seeing it and we're hearing it from our customers. So what does work life look like today? First of all, it's borderless, born out of necessity. Remote work is here, and it's here to stay, likely 3 times more than our pre-COVID levels. It's more fluid than ever, flatter, more flexible. Organizational models designed to maximize value, to be more agile. They're the organizations that are resilient, moving faster, they're thriving. And with the freedom to live and work anywhere in the world, the basic relationship between the worker and the company has rapidly changed. In fact, we at Ceridian would say it's completely inverted. Now the worker is in the driver's seat. It's skills-based. Organizations need to match skills in a way that creates value for their business and fulfillment for their people. It's augmented. Our customers want data-informed decision-making, decisions that are augmented in intelligence that leverages their data to empower their people. That's at the heart of our brand messaging. We introduced it last year. It's intelligence at work. And it's always on. In our hyper-interconnected world of work, it always has to be on, never batch, delayed, or latent, always on, anywhere, anytime. And this is why we designed Dayforce, to be the always-on people platform for the global workforce. HR, pay, time, benefits, talent, all designed to help people reach their full potential, both in work and in life. A platform designed to make work-life better in today's world of work. The Dayforce platform is built on 3 fundamental differentiators. It's continuous, which means all aspects of HCM are on and happening in real time, never batched, latent, or delayed in any way. The always-on people platform for the always-on workplace. It's data-driven, a single data architecture that's there for all HCM that applies the latest AI and machine learning capability to help augment decision-making and to create greater value. And it's truly global. One HCM platform for all your people wherever they live and work, a truly borderless system for a borderless workforce. And when you combine these fundamental differentiators, you're able to deliver empowering experiences that put your people first, game-changing capability like Dayforce Wallet, deliver workforce intelligence from across all the full spectrum of HCM, so insightful data finds you. Deliver compliance everywhere so that you can pay and manage your people fairly and compliantly all around the world. I'd encourage you to download our Pulse of Talent. It's a report that's available for you to add into your own people strategies as you're preparing those and continuing to build those. And you can visit our stand. We've got a great team that's down just around the lobby. So if you need a hand with getting access to the report, please feel free to reach out to one of the Ceridian team. And I have an invitation for all of you. We're holding an event in Dublin on the 26th of May. It's our Ceridian Executive Series. We've got some amazing customers, thought leaders that are going to be with us. And we'd love you to join us on the 26th. So if you'd like a VIP invitation, again, go and see one of the team at the Ceridian stand. I'd love you to join us. This event is really designed to help you, to share those insights and to share what we can do to support organizations around the world. I'd just like to say a huge thank you for listening to me today, and hope you enjoy the rest of the summit.